take a walk with you. I've been thinking about the times we had, and the memories make me wanna take a walk with you. Hey, I've been thinking about the times we had, and the memories make me wanna take a walk with you. Hey, I like this. I've been thinking, ooh, and the memories make me wanna, and the memories make me wanna take a walk with you. And the memories make me wanna take a walk with you.
Hello? Check. I hear myself now. Hello?
I couldn't believe what I was hearing. My baby was saying goodbye. Without a clue, without a warning. Hurt so bad I couldn't even cry. I grabbed his hand, he turned away. I knew right then he wasn't gonna stay.
Views expressed on shows are those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of the station, its management, or other advertisers. Use of these shows and all services provided therein are for personal use only. The Elevations Radio Network holds no responsibility for the validity or accuracy of information on these shows.
Hello, fam. Welcome to Let's Be Real with Greg Bam Reaves. I am Greg Bam Reaves, your host here on Elevations Radio. We broadcast 24/7 across the country and around the world. We have some great shows, great hosts, great music. Yes, I use the word great a lot because I was named after Pope Gregory the Great. At least that's the story I tell. Anyway, in the entertainment industry, things tend to go wrong, and you have to be prepared and expect things to go wrong. This is one of those days where two things went wrong. One is my sinuses are acting a fool. I'm glad the weather cooled off a little bit, so I'm a little better, but if I get a little coughing episode, I apologize in advance. Secondly, my guest today had a scheduling conflict and couldn't make it, so this show is going to be just me and you. Y'all ready? Give me a call at 440-252-0518. That's 440-252-0518. Now, we can talk about whatever you like, but before I get started, I want to say this. I'm blessed enough that I work with elderly people, and today I was allowed to DJ their happy hour. I've been able to do it once or twice before. It is nothing like seeing the elderly happy to music, clapping their hands, tapping their feet. It can be kind of depressing in that field because you watch people deteriorate. But in days like today, you can give a little life to somebody, a little smile to somebody, a little inspiration to keep fighting and go forward. And I'm so humbled and blessed that I was able to do that today and look forward to doing it more often. So, with that being said, I'm about to get right into it. I got a lot of things on my mind, a lot of things on my heart. You all know I don't like talking about this dude. And for those of you that don't know, this dude, when I say this dude, I'm talking about the person that's occupying the White House. I would not use the label president about this dude along with his name. For those of you that don't know, and I also, when I say this dude, I would not call him number 45 because that puts him on par with the previous 44. But he stuck his foot in his mouth again last week, talking about the NFL. Now, I got to say this. The NFL didn't care when one of their own was attacked by the police. But once this dude said something toward these owners, then they got upset. Then they wanted to join the protest. And let me backtrack for 1 second, too. This protest has nothing to do with the flag, the military, or this country. For those that don't know, we have fought for this country ever since we've been here. We love this country. We are protesting the abuse, the killings of unarmed black people has gotten out of hand. That's all Colin Kaepernick took a knee for in the first place. Now, some of you know the backstory that initially he sat on the bench. And after talking with a fellow NFL player who was once in the military, he said, take a knee. Because when a soldier dies and you give that flag to his family, you take a knee out of respect to that fallen soldier. So that's what he started doing. He's actually respecting the flag in this country by taking a knee. And I think one of the things that upset me more than anything was when the Browns in the preseason, they kneeled in prayer. How can you argue against prayer when you say that you're a Christian country? I don't follow that at all. I was so proud, and the Browns had the first white player to kneel during the national anthem. Now, I know most have heard by now that if you read the whole poem Francis Scott Key wrote for the national anthem, it talks about killing slaves. That's what the poem, song, whatever is about. So if they wanted to protest the national anthem, they have every right to, in my opinion. But this protest has nothing to do with the flag, this country, the military. It is about the mistreatment of Americans. You can put African in front of it if you want to, but we are Americans. And that's what the protest is about. And I had a conversation with a coworker, and I'll say it like this because we be real and let's be real. He's a cool white guy, but I noticed during the conversation, I could tell I was starting to draw something out of him. We were talking about Colin Kaepernick, and he kept saying how Colin Kaepernick wasn't that good of a quarterback. That's why he's not in the NFL. I said, you mean to tell me a guy who was just in the Super Bowl a couple of years ago and who was one game away from a Super Bowl a couple of years ago is not good enough to be on an NFL roster? He's better than any quarterback the Browns have right now. For those that don't know, we're coming from Cleveland. I know we're going around the world, across the country, but anyway, those football fans know what I'm talking about. We can argue his talents. Maybe I think more highly of him than you, but you cannot tell me he's not talented enough to be in the NFL. This man, to me, is symbolic. He's like a symbolic Martin Luther King. He's shown that he could lead people, that people will follow him in his protests, and they cut the head off. It didn't work. It didn't work back then. It's not working now. As a matter of fact, it's waking more people up. But I just, as me and my coworker are talking, and he kept going back to the same point. When somebody can't win an argument, they'll keep repeating the same point because they have nothing else to say, but they're just so stuck in what they believe. He said, I can never imagine. I'm not going to pretend to know what it feels like. And I said, you should stop right there. I would never tell a woman anything about how to protest for women's rights. I've never been a woman. I'll never be a woman. I'll never understand how women think and feel on certain things. So I'll just shut up and listen and try to understand and do what I can to help them in their fight. But he wants to, and he didn't do this consciously, which a lot of this country is doing. They're trying to tell us when and how to protest. Stevie Wonder kneeled doing his own concert, and a former politician tweeted Stevie Wonder kneeling during a concert. Another ungrateful multimillionaire. Ungrateful? It's almost like he should be grateful that he's allowed to make millions of dollars. Stevie Wonder brought more joy to this world than most with his music and his talent, and he earned it. He has no reason to be grateful. I mean, you can be grateful to God, but not to this country. Is it okay that the white race can make as much money as they want to, but black race, we make some money and we're supposed to be grateful? I'm not understanding that mentality. Jamel Hill, they said she should be fired for tweeting on her own time, while this dude is tweeting on our time and our dime and saying much worse than what she did. So join the conversation, 440-252-0518. That's 440-252-0518. It's been a lot said recently, back and forth. But like I said, I keep hearing the same argument. We're disrespecting the flag. We're disrespecting. And when I say we, it's because I stand with them symbolically. I mean, I'm not a pro athlete. I'm not out there on the field or anything like that. I'm not a celebrity kneeling at my concert or a celebrity tweeting. But I agree with them and I stand with them. I think something that would be more disrespectful is if people held up their middle finger during the national anthem or even turned their backs to the flag. But like I said before, many of us fought and died for this country, what the flag represents. You have people who went to Germany, went overseas, fought for freedoms that they didn't enjoy when they got home. They fought and came home and still could not eat in certain restaurants. They still couldn't drink from certain water fountains. They were still beaten and lynched. But they did it anyway. It's just Tuskegee Airmen. Poisoned. I mean, well, I take that back. Not the airmen. It was the Tuskegee Institute experiments. Still, my point is, we've done everything we possibly could for this country. And now we want to peacefully protest. Not walk through the streets with tiki torches, not assaulting women. None of that went on a few months back. But taking a knee. Just to say, we're getting mistreated here. Can somebody do something? Somebody help us out? Because the alternative is we take the law into our own hands. We don't want to do that. It's starting to happen in certain places. I don't think that helps anybody. But how can you tell me how and when to protest? I'm just not feeling that. Give me a call, 440-252-0518. Now, yeah, I'm going to say my phone number a lot because, like I said, I'm doing a show by myself, and there's a lot of people who are supposed to be calling in, and I'm waiting to hear from them. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me lighten this story up just a little bit. I had a great time this past Tuesday at our Connect Networking event at Chicago's home of Chicken and Waffles. As a matter of fact, I got to say this. The salmon was everything. It was great. Everybody said, how are you going to go to Chicken and Waffles and not get Chicken and Waffles? Because I wanted salmon. And that was a great choice. I wasn't crazy about the sides, but whatever. That salmon was, I'm telling you, you go down there, get you some salmon. Unfortunately, the same day of our event was the Indians first came back, and parking situation kind of got a little whatever. But we had a great time, great event. Fellas, there were some beautiful women there. You missed out. But there are going to be more events, and Robin Hill, she'll tell you more about that later because she's putting all this together. But it was a great, great event, and Darnella did a great job hosting the event. All of our hosts for our different shows were there. They introduced Jeff Doggett, the new. I'm a little jealous of Jeff because he gets to do sports on Saturdays at 4 o'clock. I hear him. I've been hearing Jeff for years. He called in every sports talk show in Cleveland, every last one of them. And I'm listening like, I was thinking the same thing. Why didn't I call? But I think he had more patience than me because I don't like being on hold that long. I got a rule. You put me on hold for 30 seconds, I'm hanging up. Obviously, you got something more important to do, and so I can't call radio stations. Now I'm on one. And by the way, I can talk sports too. If you want to call in, you want to talk about sports, I can do that too. I mean, I'm going to leave it to Jeff, but I'm just saying, let's be real, we talk about whatever. Speaking of whatever, I asked a question at our Connect Networking event about the Beard Game Matters group, which I happen to be a member. I'm a little upset too because I posted a meme that's gotten more likes than my actual pic. So I'm a little jealous about that. I mean, it's a nice picture, but man, give me some props. Anyway, we have to lighten up a little bit. People are taking things way too seriously. I personally think it's fun. There are a lot of women who like men with beards. I'm glad because I'm one of them. So, but people are on Facebook and they are so angry because there's a beard group. I'm like, really? I mean, this is not that serious. It's like there are homeless women and children, and what does that have to? This is just fun. All it is fun. It's not. We have some other groups on Facebook that are way more out there than a beard group.
They got big bracelet, yes.
Oh, okay, yeah, I forgot. I just heard about that one. I haven't seen it. I don't want to see it. There's a gray sweatpants suit. I mean, I got a caller. Caller, go ahead. Hello?
Hello.
Hi, you're on with Greg.
Reaves?
Yes, it is.
This is Nina Hunt. How are you?
Hey, Nina. Tell the people where you're calling from.
I'm calling from Los Angeles. How's everything?
Pretty good, pretty good. You've been listening in, you know.
Yeah, I'm actually, you know what, to be honest with you, and let's be real, I'm at work right now. They called me in to cover for a friend at an advertising company, so I'm expecting. I'm trying to close out a couple things, so I might need you hang up on me in 30 seconds, and I'm gonna fly back just to see you, Mr. Radio.
Right.
First of all, I just want to congratulate you,
Thank you.
And what you're doing on Elevations Radio.
And I appreciate you putting your
always
job in
proud.
jeopardy just to talk to me.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. I didn't walk out the door. I'm not taking one of them extended coffee breaks. I am posted here. However, no, I work in the media as well, so I'm sure they'll understand. But I did need to tell you how proud I am of you, and I love what you're doing over at Elevations. Yeah, I know I know you win. You know,
Right.
Way back.
And you still know me now, so
That's right.
there you go. This is for those that don't. I ain't putting her business out there or nothing, but I've been knowing Nina for. I would say how long, but you don't reveal a woman's age like that. I've been knowing her a long time. We are from the same neighborhood, and she's out there with my daughter, my princess. And I love Nina because she always checks in on her and looks out, when she can, and lets me know what's going on. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
No worries. It takes a village, correct?
Right. That's right.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been listening in, and so many valid points and issues that I could talk sports with you as well. Yeah, I'm loving the fact that what I'm saying over social media is that. I'm sorry, did you ask me something?
No, go ahead.
No, I'm loving the fact that over social media, we're getting back to basics. And when I say getting back to basics, it's like a large part. Like we have this thing where we'll beat a dead horse.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, we need to stay focused and stay on the point that's at hand. And, everything kind of went askew, and, so many voices and twisted what was really going on or what the actual purpose of Kaepernick kneeling was all about. So when you lose, focus on what he's protesting, it came about when the whole hashtag Black Lives Matters came into effect, and the killing of young black individuals or black individuals.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but I got to say this. I mean, I think that's by design. Like, this dude, that's all they do is spin stuff. Or
You got two other callers on there. Just tell them, hold on.
okay. Oh, callers, y'all hold on for a second. I got some more callers. I need you to hold on 1 second. And let me finish this point real quick. I think it's by design. Like I said, this dude and his cabinet, all they've done the entire time is spin things to get people unfocused and focus on what they want us focused on. Hillary's emails is all we heard about. And that turned out to be nothing about nothing. But, that's what. But I got to move on. Thank you so much. Let me get to my next caller. Love you, Nina.
I love you too.
Oh, hello, caller?
You have two on the line, so I don't know.
Okay, who's who?
They got mixed up.
Is my cousin Richard one of them?
Area code
619. Hello, caller?
Hello.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, I see both of you on here at once. Let the lady go first. What's your name?
I'm Pam Sam.
Oh, Pam Sam. I need you to hold on, please. Let me take the guy first.
I'll put myself on mute.
Thank you, because I'm going to need you for a minute. Okay, fella, who are you?
Hello?
Yes, hello.
What's going on, fam?
Oh, this is my cousin, Richard. How you doing? I'm so glad you called. Have you been listening in?
Most of it.
Okay, because I know he is a Marine. There's no such thing as former Marine, so he's a Marine, veteran. And I know you have your opinions on this kneeling protest issue.
Oh, yeah. This is my take on it. Outside of the fact that President Trump has tried to hijack the movement, okay, and put forth rhetoric, for his own purpose and design, right? Those of us who have been following know what the original statement of Colin Kaepernick was, is to protest to the maltreatment of black individuals by police. Okay, and I believe that anybody that's been keeping up on the news and current gets that.
Right.
As a veteran myself, having served 8 years, I fought for the Constitution of the United States.
Right.
Okay. I fought for the Constitution, not just the flag, but not just the anthem, but the Constitution. I swore to uphold the Constitution.
That's right.
And the Constitution of the United States says that, according to the First Amendment, we have the right towards peaceful protest.
That's right.
It doesn't dictate when you can protest. It doesn't dictate where you can protest. And it doesn't dictate what you can protest about. It just guarantees your right to protest.
Right.
Okay, and that is what I, as a veteran, fought for and stood up for. Now, being the devil's advocate, I got to slip this in here.
Okay.
I believe personally that we as a people, black people, are going to have to be a little bit more responsible about our own actions within our own neighborhoods, within our own communities, amongst ourselves. We are going to have to be a lot more responsible because black lives should not matter when killed by a white individual.
Right.
A black life should matter no matter who kills that individual. Okay? No matter what the color of the race is, right, we should step up. Now, I'm just saying this, I'm going to get in, I'm going to get out. We as a people need to be a little bit more responsible. No, a lot more.
Yeah, I was about to say a lot more. I agree.
A lot more responsible about who we are as a people. We need to be a lot more responsible about our conduct in our, not just in our own neighborhoods, right, but anywhere that we go.
And I was just about to say, I don't mean to interrupt you. I was just about to say, because a lot of people would take that like we gotta step and fetch it for the white man, whatever, and that's not what you're saying at all. What you're saying is for us. We need to be more responsible amongst ourselves as well as outside of our communities. I mean,
exactly.
When I go to a black-owned business, I want to be treated like I would at any other business. I want good customer service. I want a good product. I want a fair price. Right. I don't think that's a lot to ask.
It's not. It's not. Matter of fact, there's that reasonable expectation of service, no matter who's the store owner, no matter what neighborhood the store is in. There's a reasonable expectation of service at all times. And we as a people, we have to not only just expect that, right, but we have to be forthcoming,
right,
and project that. Okay, you have to project the mentality of service, mentality of patronage. Don't go in to your black business expecting a discount.
Right, exactly.
We need to stop stepping out and saying, okay, I need a break based on my skin color.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So it's like a whole lot of different.
It's like the old saying, you get what.
And I'm not gonna hold you long. But I just want to participate with your family. Good luck on your radio show.
I appreciate it, cuz.
And shouts out from East St. Louis, Illinois. You take care.
Thank you, sir. It's like I said, you get what you pay for. You expect a deal, and that's pretty much what you're gonna get. My cousin actually started on a path I want to go anyway about when he talked about being responsible in our community. My next caller, Pam Sam, is going to talk to us about basically financial literacy, because a lot of us are illiterate when it comes to our finances. Pam, are you there?
Yes, Greg, I am here.
Hi, thanks so much for calling.
Thank you so much for having me, and I'd like to announce to everybody I am a financial activist.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Martin Luther King was about to start before he was killed.
Mm-hmm.
When if you ever seen that video where he states on all of the advantages the white poor masses from Europe got over the Africans had been here all those years, and now he was about to go get our check.
Right.
A few weeks later, he was killed.
Mm-hmm.
At my econ, we're taking up that baton. Our goal is mass success.
Okay.
Of all of us, and we're going to start with our own economy. That's why it's called My Economy.
Right.
Teaching financial literacy at the first thing, and most times when you get it from white folks, you ain't gonna get nothing that's gonna be to your advantage at all.
Mm-hmm.
We're starting off with income shifting. Having a job, you're taxed the highest than anybody with a job. This country was built for business owners. Business owners get over 477 more tax deductions. So at my econ, every member is a business owner. We give you a turnkey business, and you can start taking off your lifestyle.
Okay, Pam.
You could hire your children.
Pam, 1 second.
Yes.
My producer has a question for you.
No, there's another caller line. Do they have a question for Pam?
Oh, the other caller.
There's a new caller.
I got a new caller. Wait a minute. Do you have a question for Pam?
Okay.
New caller? Okay, we may have lost them. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I know while you're talking, I might get some more calls, and they might have questions for you and not me. So if I interrupt you, please forgive me.
Okay.
Because this is important information that we need to have. As we discussed earlier, I myself did not really learn how to take care of my finances. Like I said, my single mother. Most of us, all of us got jobs at the age of 13, and we weren't really given a blueprint. We just watched her work her butt off for 30 some odd years to raise us, and that's it.
Yeah, that was our blueprint, was to work dollars per hour, get a good job, and that would take care of you. That's the beginning. Oh, no. Business, having a business. And we give you a turnkey business so you can continue the work that you're doing, whatever job you have, but you'll end up getting anywhere from $200 to $700 or $800 more per month by having a home-based business and taking those lifestyle tax deductions. Then we show you what to do with that money, how to manage that money, so at the end of the day, you have money for yourself and to leave for your children, because most of us started out with zero.
Right.
We didn't inherit anything. We started the rat race with no education, didn't know nothing about this credit system, because this is something new. The credit scores, this is something with our generation, not our parents' generation, where it's really gotten strong, where it's another way to penalize us and take more of our wealth away from us. So that's what we attack at my econ. It's all of those things, and we're making highly successful black people millionaires, thousandaires, and how to manage that money and how to make it grow in income-producing assets that everyone needs to have, not just a job.
Right. Okay, let me ask you a question. So my econ is a home-based business. right?
Right.
Okay. So now this is the one thing that a lot of people are I get inboxes and emails from people every day wanting me to join their business, whatever it may be. I'm not going to put no names out there because I don't want to downgrade anybody's business, especially if they're successful at it. But the first thing you find out is it's going to cost you such and such to be a part of it. And that turns a lot of people off right off the bat, like, oh, here's another Ponzi scheme or a pyramid scheme or whatever. I'm about to pay this $100. And then, so how do you, because the information you have, what you're telling us right now is super important to me. But to the average Joe who's just barely, how do you get them to say, okay, I got to fork over this, but it's going to be beneficial?
Right. Mainly anyone that pays taxes, you're going to leave $3,000 to $5,000 on the table with the IRS because you don't legally have any tax deductions to be able to get that money off the table too. Mm-hmm. So our cost for the website, for software to keep good records, for mentoring, for having a financial plan, for teaching you financial literacy, it's $34.95 a month.
Okay.
Now, taking your wife out to dinner, you'll pay more than that. And this $35 is tax deductible, 100% tax deductible. Mm-hmm. So with this, the government is going to end up paying for it. And by having it, you'll be able to put back on your paycheck anywhere from from 100 to 1,000. I had one person $1,300 more a month back. My oldest, my econ member, 87 years old, retired.
Right.
He had saved his money before taxes, so now in retirement he had to pay taxes on his retirement money. He joined my econ, and he's getting $300 more on his retirement pay.
Wow.
So $300 more for someone 87. That was fantastic.
Definitely.
On it. Now he does have to attempt to do business, but it's so turnkey and easy for him to attempt to do business to be able to take all those tax deductions, have access to those tax deductions.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So that's what's not taught in our communities. Mm-hmm. And the people that could help us, the tax preparers, they keep them so busy learning new codes and learning this and learning that, that they really don't learn tax minimization to pass it on to their people. They don't get to do that. They're on the same illiterate track as everyone else. So that's what my econ is bringing to our community, and people are succeeding where they would not have. At my econ, in the last 12 years, we have brought $400 million back into the pockets of our members.
Wow.
That's what we brag about, what we done put back in the pocket. That money would have went to debt, would have went to taxes, and not investing in income-producing assets. So we're very, very proud of that. It's all about you.
Okay, so say I give up my $34.95. Is that what it was?
Yeah, $34.95.
Okay, I give you my $34.95 today. What's the first thing that happens for me?
The very first thing that happens is that we stop the bleeding.
Right.
We head to your W-4. That's where on your job you tell the employer how much you take out for your taxes. Mm-hmm. We get that W-4 and that worksheet, and we go over line by line with you to correct it. Mm-hmm. On the second page, that most employers don't even give you, and they can't even advise you on how to do it, we go over it and show where you put an estimate of your lifestyle tax deductions that you're going to take.
Wait a minute. You said second page of W-4?
Second page of the W-4, the second page of that worksheet.
I didn't know a second page existed. I don't think I've ever in my life seen a second page. Matter of fact, most companies I've worked for, the W-4 I get is a copy from somewhere.
Yeah.
I didn't know a second page existed.
Go to irs.gov, look under forms, put W-4, they'll show you 2 pages.
Wow.
2 pages.
And you know what? Last year, I almost joined a tax company trying to make some extra money, and they didn't even tell us about the second page.
Yeah, no.
You just made me mad. I'm angry now. Let's be real. I'm angry. I've been getting cheated. But I want to cut you off one more time real quick. What if you don't have a job? How does my econ benefit you? Like maybe you're on Social Security or something like that.
Right. Yeah. Believe it or not, I haven't had a job in 20 years.
Wow.
And how I make money is business income with my econ by helping people get into my econ that have jobs. It's 85% of the people have jobs. Then my econ compensate me for finding and helping these people. When you pay $34.95, I get paid $35. And then I build up a residual income on helping my people, helping as many people as possible get into this. When we show you the tax codes, don't take our word for it.
Right.
We show you the tax code where you can employ your children for up to $6,300 a year, so you can reduce your tax liability.
Wait a minute.
You got 3 kids?
Did you say employ your children?
Employ your children from age 17 to about 18, and some even older if you still put them on your taxes and they're not filing for themselves.
Right.
You can employ them for up to $6,300 a year. We show you how to exactly do it, to do it legally.
You're making me mad.
Put that money in the bank account, take it out. What?
I'm as broke as I could have used this information like 10 years ago. Employ your children. That is amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, give us. You need to call in and get in this conversation. 440-252-0518. 440-252-0518. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Pam.
Yeah. So you have 3 children, and that's about 3 times 6. Right. 18,000. You can reduce your taxable income by that. So not only do you get them as a dependent, not only do you get earned income credit, you can also get them as an employee of yours too. So those summer programs, the basketball, extra costs and stuff, you have the money for it.
Wow.
You have the money.
Now,
out of your taxes by reducing.
I just lost my train of thought. I'm so thrown back by all this. Now, okay, let me ask you this. This is a lot of great information. Now, if I become part of my econ, is this like taking a college course? I mean, is this going to be difficult for me? Is it going to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, how long is it going to take me to know it well enough that I'm getting money?
Yeah, you don't do it like a college course. You maybe spend 2-3 hours. We have webinars. We have videos that you see. Your website is all set up. I mean, we even have a course on you doing your own credit and fix your own credit. So the government pays for that course for you to do that and keep your credit up. So it's not difficult. There's not a lot of hours. It's just you're going to learn more and more and more. Now, Greg, I'm going to have to say this before you get me off the phone.
Okay.
Because this is my passion. It's for men that are paying child support, because this has broken up a lot of families. I mean, this made where the second marriage doesn't work. This is made where folks want to kill somebody. This is made where people drop out of existence and run hide from their kids.
Right.
In the tax code, Greg, are you listening to me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In the tax codes, the mother can keep the children as dependents, and you can get them as employees. Did you
Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna need, because I know I didn't hear that right.
Yes, you can have them as employees, and for each one, you can take $6,300 off your taxes, lowering your taxable income by $6,300 each.
Now, does that
ain't nobody told nobody.
Does that
it's
affect
in the tax code?
Does that affect the child support? Like,
no, okay.
So you're not
shortchanging
the mother and the children, but you're still
no.
Wow.
No, you're not shortchanging. Say, for instance, if your child support was $300 a month for 2 children.
Mm-hmm.
$300 a month, and
right.
it will continue to go the way it normally goes. To take it out your check and everything. But then here you come with my econ. You got a home-based business. You change the W-4. You keep more of your taxes, because right now, these ain't deadbeat dads. These are folks that it's insanity to think that you can pay 30% of taxes. Mm-hmm. You can pay 20% in child support, and if you got in arrears, they can take another like 20%. You got to live off the rest.
Right.
Yeah, and you get another.
No, I was going to say, I don't even want to tell my story. I'm paying child support. My daughter passed away back in 2003, and I'm still getting charged arrears for that. So,
can I employ a 13-year-old?
Can you? How is there an age limit to when you can employ your child? I mean, do they have to be 18 or like a 13-year-old? Can I employ a 13-year-old?
Yeah, you can employ a 13-year-old. You can employ a 7-year-old. You can even employ a baby, but I ain't gonna tell you how to do that.
Okay, yeah, that's
contact us and get into my econ. I can tell you how you legally can employ your baby.
Okay, I gotta
and lower your tax rate.
But I can legally employ.
You can legally employ a 13-year-old.
And a 7. You said 7.
Yeah.
And a 7-year-old and a 10-year-old. I'm asking for a friend. Okay, so go ahead.
So even people that don't have any children will say, well, I don't have any children, I'm not married. Oh, you need my econ me more than other people, because you need something. Well, your gas mileage, your entertainment, your cell phone bill, up to 85% of your cell phone bill can be tax deductible. Your travel can be tax deductible.
Okay, I need to stop you for 1 second. I need you to give out, I mean, we don't really do commercials like this, but I need you to give out your information right now to my audience, because this is incredible information. So how does one contact you or your company?
Okay, I want you all to contact this website. On this website, it'll have a contact us, and you can leave a message. I want you to send it to Carol Johnson, CarolJohnson. Then put a dot.
Yep.
My Econ, MYECON.net.
Okay. That's my girl. She has rode with me through some storms lately, and I appreciate her 1,000%. She's part of, well, we met through, wait a minute, did I say that on air about First 1000? I don't think I did. Pam, you know this story. I told you about it, but real quick, everybody, because I don't want to interrupt this information we're getting from Pam. But I saw a tweet one time, and the guy said, I'm going to get 1,000 people with $100 a piece, and we're going to buy the corner store. And I thought that was like the deepest tweet I'd ever read in my life. I'm like, wow. So I took that a little bit further. I said, I'm going to get another 1,000 with $100 a piece, and we're going to buy up some of these dilapidated houses, fix them up so people can have affordable homes to move into. And then when I posted that on Facebook, I got so many responses. People telling me, Bam, once you get this together, I got my 100. I'm ready. So I started a group called First 1,000. It's on Facebook. Now, the idea was that I would attract all these people that are like-minded, and we're going to put our brains together and start this. What I got was a lot of people that are still waiting on me to do it. And now my knowledge is a little bit limited. I just got associates in business 2 years ago, so. But I still love the idea of people, and I think we need more black financial institutions, such as banks and credit unions.
Right.
But anyway, that's where I met Carol, and she has been a wonderful friend to me.
Yes. Yes, she is. And that's the beauty of My Econ. My Econ was founded by a black multimillionaire who remembered where he came from. Mm-hmm. So he decided to set up the vehicle and infrastructure to be able to do this. The software, the all the benefits that we have. He's the one that put it in, and he works very hard because he says mass success is the best revenge for what they've done to us.
Right.
Ain't no amount of money that they will give us. Mm-hmm. We gotta go get it ourselves, and we've already proven track record. With people's own money, they have become millionaires, multimillionaires. And I know a lot of people's fear, just like you were saying, because in multi-level marketing, network marketing, it is a mathematical impossibility for people to be successful. And what I mean by that is that you have to have so many people in your downline or so many people, customers. Mm-hmm. Well, see, our founder, Jaime Stokes, has solved that problem with your own economy by income shifting, by keeping that tax money, by paying down your debt, getting rid of your debt that you're paying, getting your credit straightened up, getting a financial plan where you eliminating that debt, right, and making some changes, investing properly, because the bank is the wrong place to put your money to gather interest. We take it where the banks take it. Money marketers, money managers that we take our money to, and then that money start growing and growing and growing. Income producing asset. Now, if you want to get into real estate, yeah, you can get into real estate with that extra cash flow. My Econ's effort is just to get the money for you, right? Show you how to get the money, and then you all can pool together and do wonderful things. Now, you got a couple of minutes. Let me tell you one plan we're coming up with some of the associates in My Econ.
Go right ahead, but first, 440. 252-0518, 440-252-0518, joining in the conversation. Go right ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Now, within the next 5 years, the biggest transfer of wealth is going to happen is with the legalization of marijuana.
Yeah.
And we don't have any black organizations that are helping anybody get our fair share of it. But see, at My Econ, we have personal wealth. Each member has an investment account. Some are millionaires, some are thousandaires, and we learn financial strategy. Well, we'll be able to form LLCs because we're all over the country.
Right.
And we can build a distribution network ourselves. If we don't do it, the Asians are going to do it. The white folks are already doing it. They're making it to where it's hard to get in that market because you can't borrow money to get in that market because they can't put the money in the bank.
Right.
So it has to be with organization, and the NAACP ain't doing nothing. Urban League ain't doing nothing. My Econ is the organization has the most black financially fit people that if some of us get together and decide, hey, we're going to take this on, we can do it. We can do it.
Now, I got a question about, well, this is not a My Econ question per se, but do you think that our people might be reluctant because of a couple of reasons. One, because it's thought of that right now we're the ones that's running the weed trade anyway, even though we're not. But it's perceived that way. You think we'd be a little hesitant to get involved in that because of our moral standards or whatever? Because to me, it's just no. I'm saying to me, it's a commodity like anything else. And you're right. In the next 5 years, it's going to blow. It's going to blow. So, but I know some people that I ain't. I don't want to be no drug. You're not a drug dealer. You're an investor.
Greg. Now, you know good and well those are the younger generation. Now, I have never, ever smoked marijuana because it's illegal. And in Texas, they don't play.
Right.
So I never played with marijuana. But I see it as a commodity and it's better than alcohol.
Right.
So the distribution is already set up and Nevada, they just started. They ran out. Colorado's making millionaires, and they're keeping it to the white men and giving them a head start on setting up their few black dispensaries, and they will be our consultants. But it's that they've been lying to us, bamboozled, and cheating us all these years. When they see somebody with a seizure, they start taking that marijuana and they stop with a seizure. Oh no! So it's gonna happen. We just have to get prepared, and you got to plan and plot it to be successful because they are gonna want to trip us up, just like they've done with every time that we've been great. They try to find something to trip us up. Look what happened to Bill Cosby. Okay? He was doing the exact same thing all those other white men were doing. But,
that's true.
They villainized his name.
And won't stop. And won't stop. But, that's not it. I don't, this dude, he's too much. But one thing to me that's great about My Econ, or at least the concept, because I'm not a part of it yet, but everybody that I know looks forward to income tax time. Everybody. They like this time of year, October, they start planning on what they're going to buy for Christmas based on what they expect to get back in January and February. Now, me personally, I haven't got an income tax check since 1990, but that's a whole nother story. But no, I'm saying, and what you're telling them is, I can get you so much extra, so much more of money you deserve that you should have been getting. How can you not be interested in this?
Right. Imagine, here you signed up for a car and you're paying on it for 5 years, and how much interest you're going to pay on it. Now, we change your W-4, showing that you have a business, getting more of your tax money every month. People in my econ are paying off those car notes in 10 months.
Wow.
They're paying off houses in 5 years. So all that money that they're saving in interest payment, they'll be able to invest it at 12, 13, 15% interest instead of giving away. When you think of refund, they are refunding you your money. And with no interest. You're going to let them hold it for so many months, and they're paying you no interest, and then they charge you so much to get it back if you want it rapidly because you need it rapidly. And Lord help you if somebody gets it, if the child support or if internal revenue or student loans get your money.
Right.
That can happen. But if you get it during the year and then some, somebody gets something, ain't nothing there.
Right. Can you do me a favor and give out that contact info one more time?
Yes. www.caroljohnson, so it's CarolJohnson myecon, myecon.net, net.
Wow. Now, you see, this is how I'm Christian, so this is how God works. I said at the beginning of this show that I didn't have a guest, and I got a phone call that happened to be one of the best guests I've had so far, because this information we received today is, I mean, it's invaluable and is needed, much needed. I don't think I'm embarrassing anybody by saying our community just haven't done well in teaching our children financial literacy. I'm still slow. My mother, she made it. She paid off her house, had great credit and all that, but she worked tirelessly to get that done. But she didn't have time to teach me. She was too busy working. I just had to watch, and all I saw was her work and pay bills. So now you're giving us information that need to be passed on, learned, passed on, passed around, like the weed you're talking about. But I'm being silly. Anyway, I'm so glad you called. I thank you so very, very much. Pam?
You are most definitely welcome, and that's I feel very passionate about this because I've seen so much losing of wealth from our people due to ignorance, and it's not your fault.
Yeah,
it's not your fault.
Well, thanks to people like you and my econ, maybe we can straighten this particular problem out, which I personally think will help us in solving some of our other issues. Thank you again so much for calling.
Okay. Thank you for your time, Greg, and I most certainly will be talking to you later. Bye-bye.
All right, bye. That was incredible. Every time I do this show, I get surprised and blessed. I thank you all for tuning in this week. And like I always say, develop your hunger for knowledge and feed it. Pick up a book and read it. Set a goal and see it through. And always, always believe in you. Love and peace, fam. I did it. No guess.
I just came to party, and I wanna dance with somebody. Oh yeah. Ever had that feeling when your music makes you lose control? Had that feeling when you just wanna let go? In the party, see somebody that you wanna dance with. Now all we need is some good music that we can step with.